I'll start at the beginning because that's a very good place to start. 1939, a company called Fawcett Comics created many different characters, but in 1939 they created a character named Captain Marvel, who debuted in Whiz Comics #2, not #1, which doesn't actually exist. This character of Captain Marvel was a young boy, Billy Batson, who was essentially seen for the purity of his heart by a wizard named Shazam, and essentially imbued Billy with the ability to say the wizard's name, which was Shazam, and then transform into Captain Marvel. Shazam.
Wait, for real?
Sorry, okay.
That character had the powers of Shazam, which is an acronym, SHAZAM, which stands for the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus, the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury. And an exclamation point, which I quite like. So that's kind of where all that started. And then pretty quickly after that, DC Comics sued Fawcett Comics because they were of the mind that they believed that Captain Marvel was basically just a ripoff of Superman. And they proved that in court. And ultimately, eventually Fawcett went under and DC ended up buying all of the catalog. And then over the years, after DC had taken over the character, one of the things that happened, unfortunately, was there was a lapse in trademark and copywriting. In that time, Marvel was created by Stan Lee, and Stan had created a character named Marvel, and that eventually, ultimately, there was a lineage, and that became Captain Marvel. On their side, they swept in, they got the trademark, and then now they were the only ones who could sell a comic that said Captain Marvel on the front. There's been rebranding and reimagining of the character. When Billy would transform into Captain Marvel, he would not act like a boy. He would act like an adult, fully. That would be kind of the wisdom of Solomon and everything kicking in. Then, not too long ago, they were able to, in various iterations and stuff, they've evolved the character into being that when Billy transforms, he's still very much a kid inside, but has all the adults' other properties and whatnot. And that kind of has led us all the way up to the New 52, Jeff Johns written reboot in the DC Comics of Shazam proper, and that's what the film is mainly based off of, with homage and nod to a lot of the classic Captain Marvel stuff in the past. Elvis Presley was a huge Captain Marvel fan and wanted to be Captain Marvel Jr. I don't know why he didn't ever want to be Captain Marvel. He wanted to be Captain Marvel Jr. Maybe he liked the blue suit more, but he fashioned his cape. The very famous Elvis Presley cape, he wore that because of Captain Marvel. The lightning bolt that is his symbol, that is the TCB taking care of business, that he and all of his posse all had tattoos of and all that jazz and jewelry of, that thunderbolt is Captain Marvel's thunderbolt. And that's all I've got on that.
If you like this video, why not check out the cast of Shazam responding to your IGN comments? And we've also got the history of Shazam explained.